D-A-D.
P-I-P.
D-A-D.
Pippin.
Dad.
Pippin.
Dad. And music.
Ah.
So, why are we here?
I don't know. Probably because we had one of the best vacations of our lives and we need to tell the world about it. Which involved a lot of music. Yeah. So, over the weekend, this past weekend, the holiday weekend, you got to take Friday off from school.
And then we had a snow day anyway.
Even though you're on vacation all week this week. And we got up early and drove through a snowstorm.
Yes, we did.
For about an hour and a half, 2 hours through.
Going 35.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun. Kind of scary.
Yeah.
And by a lot of fun, I mean it wasn't fun.
I know.
But it was scary. But we
Sarcastic.
survived. And first time we've all been to Philadelphia.
As you can see.
Oh, yeah,
Philly?
we got a postcard. Philadelphia.
Philly?
So,
Baltimore?
oh, now we're getting ahead of ourselves. Here, let me put this mic to where. That's better. So, drove down to Philadelphia. Spent a little time in the city. You guys got to see the Liberty Bell.
He didn't.
Yeah, well, I always carry a pocket knife with me, and we got in line to go see the Liberty Bell, and we had to go through a metal detector and no weapons. I'm like, well, I'll run back to the car, drop all that stuff off, and then you guys had already seen it. And we took a little walk around Philadelphia, found some cool places to check out, and then what do we do?
We went to the hotel.
Went to the
concert.
hotel, and we went to a concert. We saw, well, Jake Vaadeland was the opening band. They were really cool. And the Sturgeon River Boys, I think they're called. And we got a chance to meet him. Got our picture taken. We'll put the picture up right
No.
And then we got to see our friends, the Hooten Hollers. And they killed it. They did awesome. Saxophone! And we got to hang out with Kelly a little bit in between sets. And even did an interview.
Which we will put right now.
Ready?
This is Kelly Everett from the Hooten Hollers, and we're in Philadelphia, and I'm going to ask some questions.
You okay with that?
Oh, yeah, let's go.
What's your favorite song in Back in Business Again?
You know, I think I've just got to go straight up for Back in Business Again. It's got the kind of fun energy to get you pumped up for something.
Plus they holler.
Saxophone! I would have to say that's my favorite.
Nice.
How do you keep yourself entertained in the van?
Well, we listen to a lot of music. I like to take a little nap.
Okay, I would probably do the same thing.
Yeah, really, that's about it. Sometimes I'll get some work done. I'll fire up the laptop and get some business underway. But yeah, for the most part, we're just chit-chatting or listening to music.
Or naps.
Yeah. Do you have any rules for the van?
Well, everyone has to wear a seatbelt. That's a big one. Safety first. Eating really stinky things in the van. Or if you do, you have to crack a window. So, like, tuna fish, that's you gotta be by the window or you gotta eat it outside the van. Boiled eggs sometimes.
Oh, no.
She knows what I have for lunch every day.
He eats deviled eggs for lunch at work. And I feel bad for the people he works with.
Hopefully you're just not microwaving fish.
No.
That's the biggest no-no at the office.
Have you guys ever thought of doing a gig dressed up as the Dead South?
I haven't, but that would be pretty funny. Maybe for Halloween.
You're like, woo, we're the Dead South. But only, it's only 3 people here.
Yeah.
They'd have to borrow your beard.
Oh, that'd be funny.
Yeah.
I'd pretend to be Danny, I think.
I got the beard.
Danny doesn't have a beard. She'd have to play the cello.
Yeah. I can play the bass, so I'll just pretend that's cello.
I'll play saxophone.
All right.
I can, I think.
One of these times we gotta get you up there on the stage with us.
Oh, no.
Well, once you're ready.
I would probably faint.
Or you just rock really hard and you'd take the world by storm.
And then I fainted. Oops. You ask a question.
What else you got? Where are you?
I'm just asking random ones.
Oh, okay. Oh, did you play an instrument in school?
I did. I started on the alto sax, and then I picked up the tenor sax, and then I got the bari sax. You got to start batting your eyelashes at your parents for some bigger saxophones. And then I also started playing the bassoon because there was one in the closet at the school. I didn't know what it sounded like, but I thought it looked funny, so my band director said I could play it. So eventually that's what I went to college on, was bassoon.
Oh, what else do we have? Oh, where did Ricky get his name?
Well, we have little characters that sort of develop over time, just like little fake ones that are silly. And Rick Rickson was sort of a disturbed character that would come out in the band and say inappropriate things. I can't really do the Rick Rickson voice, but when you interview John, that's who to ask about Rick Rickson. But eventually, he needed a name for the slide because he felt a little jealous that Big Mama would get introduced by name. And then the slide had no name, so I think Annie actually might have made that official, naming it Ricky.
Well, I hear the Dead South coming up, so we should wrap it up. Okay. Got any questions to wrap it up with? How about the last one?
What's the best thing about being a musician?
I think getting to play with your friends. It's a special feeling to get up there and make music with people collaboratively.
I get to do band with my best friend.
Perfect.
So
Yeah, you know the feeling already.
I play saxophone and she plays trumpet, and I'm like, how do you play that? How?
By making her face turn to jelly.
It looks so confusing.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's 3 keys. How is that more confusing than the saxophone?
Well, once you've learned one instrument somewhat proficiently, you can teach yourself just about anything else. So if you're ever curious about it in the future, I bet you can do it.
So now I've learned 2 instruments, piano and saxophone.
Nice. All right.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Nice chatting with you.
And then we got to see, so after the Hooten Hollers played, we went down, we talked to the merch guy, Steve. Shout out to Steve. Steve. Let's say it better. Ready? Steve. So I talked Bigfoot with Steve and a little bit of UFO. Yeah, some conspiracies. And then we saw our friends, the Dead South.
Ow!
Don't hurt yourself. And their set is awesome.
Oh, and?
Oh, Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love. So
I love Philly.
They had this whole new set built, so they got like little stores and stuff along the side and a church in the background. The light show was amazing. What a great show they put on. And then we were walking away, and I got a text from Nate. And he's like, hey, what are you doing? You still at the show? I'm like, we could be back there. He's like, why don't you come hang out? So
We walk all the way back. The 5 minutes we were walking.
Yeah.
Which, it was fine.
Well,
I like it.
it was pretty late at night for you.
Yes, it was. It
Yes.
was like 12:30.
Yes. So, but
I was
anyway,
very grumpy. I was very, very grumpy.
but you did great. We got to go hang out with the Dead South and talk to them for a few minutes. And
We are the dead south that came across the
the
sea.
sea.
Take back our lives and make them misery. We live away, na, 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 na. I don't know the rest of the words to the chorus.
But it was nice to see them, and they were so nice to us. We got a picture taken.
All of us sitting down on the floor.
Yeah. Pip was so tired, she went out in the hallway and sat on the floor, and they're like, well, we'll come down and sit down with her, take a picture. So they come
And I was
out,
like,
took a picture.
okay, yay.
And yeah, so that was a great night. Went back to the hotel, slept, and then every year for a long time we were visiting a new state. every year. Last year, we didn't get a chance to see a new state. So this year, we decided we're going to see two. So in between Philadelphia and Baltimore, we stopped to Delaware and went to the Brandywine Zoo, which was an outdoor zoo that is open in the wintertime with just less animals, and we walked through it.
There was this burrowing owl.
Oh, yeah.
And that was really cute. It was like,
The howdy owl. Yeah.
and then I started dancing. He's just staring at me like,
Like most people do when you dance. So we checked out the zoo, saw a couple cool things there, and then we went
there was
to...
this cat thing with ears like this big.
Oh, yeah.
Like huge ears.
Mm-hmm.
And I did this. And it's like... And it just stared at me, and I'm like, okay, that's a little creepy.
And we saw... then we went to an arcade.
Yes.
We stopped to an arcade. Pip had quarters just burning a hole in her pocket.
Hang on. I'm going to go get my stuffed animal I got.
Oh, okay. Everyone will be so excited to see that. So, we didn't...
Tell him more about the arcade.
Okay. So we went to this fancy arcade. It's called Main Event. It just like a chain arcade. We've been to way better ones. We went to another arcade in Wilmington, but they were having a private birthday party, and they didn't want to include us. I probably didn't have enough cake, and I was hungry, so I would have eaten all the cake. So we didn't go to that arcade, which I was disappointed because they had a ton of pinball machines, and I love pinball. But we went to another arcade. She liked it. And you're quite the winner, and you ended up getting a cool prize, a little friend, among other things. Mm-hmm. So the arcade was fun. Then we went to Chili's. None of us had ever been to Chili's before. It's 2024. You're 9 years old, and we'd never been to a Chili's. So we went. It was all right.
I liked it.
It was okay.
I ate way too much.
Oh, yeah. So then we drove into Baltimore. We got to our hotel. Our hotel was awesome. Baltimore was awesome. We walked around the Inner Harbor. Got to see... Oh, we went to the aquarium.
Mm-hmm. That was awesome.
That was quite the experience.
Pictures at the end.
Yes. Or right now.
Right now.
So yeah, we got to see the aquarium. Spent a couple hours in there. Mm-hmm. That was phenomenal.
There was a little turtle, as you may have saw in pictures. There was a little turtle guy, and he was cute.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to pet him.
And then we went to...
Wait. We also touched the jellyfish.
Oh yeah, and the
stingray.
Not the stingray. It was a manta ray or...
Yeah.
Array.
Something. Array.
Mm-hmm. Array.
We'll just say array, like an array in math.
Yes. So the aquarium was awesome, and then we went to the hotel, and then we went back to Baltimore and spent half the day walking around the harbor, and nothing was open, and we froze, but it was beautiful. And then we went to the visitor center, and the lady's like, "Oh, you got to check out Fort McHenry." So we went and visited Fort McHenry, got a little history lesson about the Star-Spangled Banner, and that was really cool to see.
And the guy that wrote the Star-Spangled Banner, didn't he believe in slavery? I think that's the guy that believed in slavery, and then his grandson ended up in jail, kind of.
Right. There's a whole lot of history. Check that out.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. Francis Scott Key and Fort McHenry and Baltimore, the Rockets' red glare, and all that. Go check that out, and maybe here's a picture or two. And then, what else was I going to say? Oh, once we did that, we rode the bus, checked out a few other things, went back to the hotel and took a nap because we came back to the city to see Toto and Journey. And to me, Toto just blew me away. They were phenomenal.
Hold the line.
A lot of great,
always on time.
tons of great musicians in that band. Steve Lukather played on like a bunch of everything. Look him up, and you can see Michael Jackson and
Journey was awesome.
Journey.
Oh, yeah.
That new singer they got has more energy.
I like Steve Perry more, but he's awesome too.
Yeah.
He's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
He was jumping around on stage like, woo!
Running through the crowd.
Yeah!
It was a show. If you ever get a chance to go see Journey, check them out.
Yes.
So what a wild
for
time
2
that
hours.
was. And we were
At
up
the
in
end-
we were up in the nosebleeds, and it was still a great show.
And at the end, they threw a bunch of confetti. Like, it exploded confetti. And I'm like, hey, Dad, I think that's the end. And he was like,
Yep.
yep.
It was. So,
It
and then
exploded.
we drove all the way
Yeah.
back. We got back yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And
I ate Starburst, a lot of it.
yeah.
I took a nap for a lot of it.
You slept most of the way home?
I'm like-
Yeah. I did too. I didn't sleep. I drove.
Wait, you can't sleep and drive at the same time.
You shouldn't ever do that.
No, because then you end up crashing
You'll do
the
it
car
once.
and then you die. Yeah, you can do it once. Then you can't do anything else after.
Anything.
Because you...
Yeah. So there's our recap. My suggestion,
Go see Journey.
go see Jake Vaadeland and the Sturgeon River Boys.
If that's what they're called.
I believe it is.
Okay.
And go see the Hooten Hollers. You won't be disappointed. That's one of the best live shows I've ever seen, along with the Dead South.
The
Dead South. Don't miss out. We've seen them. Well,
What?
Heather, Mom and I have seen the Dead South, I think, 8 times now or 6 times, something like that.
I've seen them twice.
Twice. And it's a different show every time. Their new album,
Awesome.
our last podcast episode, check out Chains and Stakes. It's great.
You almost said snakes, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
I always do.
Yeah, you tripped me up on that for a while. But
Chains and snakes.
check out the album. It is great. It was #1 in the UK for country albums, I think. They just played
In
the
the
Grand
top
Ole
10,
Opry,
I think.
and it's a masterpiece. And our last episode was all about Chains and Stakes.
Snakes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyway, we were so excited
and
about
Journey and Toto.
and Journey and Toto. Go check them out as well.
And check out Baltimore and
Oh,
Philly.
yes.
Baltimore's
Two great
awesome.
cities. I'd been to Baltimore when I was a kid, and it's so nice there. It was really nice.
I want to go to college in Baltimore.
And they have a bus system throughout the whole city that is free. So check that out. Plus, it's a great walking city. A lot of good things to see. So check it out. We had such a great weekend that we decided we would come on here and tell you all about it. And our next episode, you'll have to see what that's about. Because we've got some ideas.
Oh, and Hooten Hollers played a little bit of their album coming out at the
Oh,
show.
they've got a new album coming out, and we look forward to that.
And
They
we
played
went
2 tracks
to a
off of it, but they said it's it's a different thing. So we don't want to spoil it, and we're going to talk to Kelly from the Hooten Hollers. Let's do that right now.
I thought we did that earlier.
Did we do that?
We did that earlier.
Okay, but also we're going to make that its own separate video so that you can just check that out, and I think that's it.
Hey,
right?
I'm going to steal your mic now. Bye.
Find us on Facebook, Pip Dad and Music. Find us on wherever you get your podcasts.
What about me?
And find the blue bear
Yeah.
in this video only.
My name is Event. It says it on my shirt.
Main event. Is event his last name?
Yes.
Or her?
I'm a her.
Oh, sorry, Main.
Don't call me Maine. Call me M. I don't know.
Mrs. Event. Miss Event.
Okay. Thanks. I'm not married yet.
Thanks for
Yet.
tuning in, putting up with us, and go see some music. And if you can't go see some music, listen to something new, because we do that all the time, and we find out great things that we like that we never thought that we would like.
Yeah.
Right?
And that Toto concert was awesome.
It was, and so was the Dead South and Hooten Hollers. Everything that we saw. Hey, we've said that about 10 times, so let's go eat some food.
Bye. See ya. Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much.
Yay.
You can find us on Facebook, Pip, Dad, and Music. You You can also email us, pipdadandmusic@gmail.com if you got any questions or...
Suggestions for next albums.
Right. Or any comments, as long as they're nice. We don't want mean ones.
Yeah, we don't want mean ones.
Mean ones are horrible.
Yeah, if you don't like our podcast, just don't listen. We don't care.
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah.
All right, let's go home.
We are home.
Oh, we are. See you next episode.
Yeah. We're looking at a garden.
Say bye.
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 Goodbye. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah, yeah.